Last year, it was May 3rd. I don't think I will ever forget this date. The night before, our church premises were shelled and a lot of windows were shattered. So me and two other brothers from our church, we went to a hardware store like 1 minute away from our church. We went to buy some plywood to board the windows, and as we were waiting at the cash register, we already paid for our purchases, and we were waiting for one of our brothers who decided, on the spur of a moment, he decided to buy some light bulbs. So we were standing with our plywood, and he was on the other side of the cash register waiting to pay for those light bulbs. And at this exact moment, missile or rocket, I'm not a pro in these things, but it struck the building at the entrance, and the debris began to fall. The water began to from the fire extinguishers began to drip on us. People began to scream. There was like a loud commotion, and I don't know why I was screaming at one of our men from our church, "It's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay." I still don't know why I was telling him these things. And people around, they were afraid that Russians will hit the store again, and we began to make our way to exit the building, and we went outside, and people were still afraid. People began screaming, and I saw several bodies. 3 people died there, and people began to scream that we need to flee, that because Russians can strike again. And I remember I raised my hands in the air, and I began like crying, saying, "In the name of Jesus, they won't hit again. In the name of Jesus, they won't hit again. Lord will protect us." A lot of things I think I was doing subconsciously. I don't think I even realized what I was doing. And if not for this brother with these light bulbs, I think it was God. I know it was God who detained us, who stopped us and didn't let us go outside, because if we were outside, we would have been dead. And our car, almost all windows were shattered. The body of the car, the van, it was a van Sprinter. It was like pierced through with many shell fragments. And if we were near the van or even inside the van, I think we would have been dead. But all of us, 3 of us, not even a scratch on us. We were absolutely intact. And I know why why God saved us, why this happened, because He still has a lot of work for us, and for me personally, I believe. He saved my life, and I know that there's a lot of things that I need to do. And I know one thing for sure, a lot of people, they are looking for safety. It doesn't matter if you live in Ukraine or if you live in another country. People everywhere, in any country, they are in need of safety, of protection, of security. But I know that the safest place for everyone is to be in God's will. Because when you are in God's will, you are safe. And no matter what happens around, even if there's shelling around and people are dying, but still you are under God's protection because you are in His will. And while we are here in Ukraine, specifically in Cherson, still all of us are perfectly safe just because we are in God's will, and God keeps protecting us and extends His hand over us. So I think this pertains to everyone. When you are in God's will, doing what God predestined you to do, you are safe.